Oof. Can you imagine if I accidentally hit delete? Boy, wouldn't that be a crime. Just trying to get set up on my phone here. Oh, I should probably get the chat doc active. There we go. Alright, and come on. Perfect. Just about all set. Why did I close it on my phone? Joe, genius. Oh, right, we are set. It would have been at the other screen, but I felt like it was pretty cool to see that I'm at 74%. Closing out chapter 2. I have a feeling that this is going to do the same shenanigans as the last time I played, where I finished with chapter 1, but then, no, I did not finish chapter 1. What I had done is I got to the hotel, or apartments, where the girl whose doppelganger had, tied her up and locked her away. I thought the game had saved, then I closed, but it made me replay a little bit of that. Hopefully, though, because I actually started a new chapter, I'll be able to just start up in chapter 3. And with me being at 74%, I imagine this probably won't take too long. So, without further ado, let's get this wrapped up. Because there's a strong chance I'm either starting Doom tonight, or considering the Mad Max vibe I'm on, that might be a surprise stream. Chapter 3, baby. Objectives were updated. Talk to Cat, go to sleep. Well, obviously we're going to talk to my ex. I forgot that this song was giving me all the feels last time. Actually, let's double check some stuff. Alright, so yes, I have already talked with, well, hold up. I noticed there's no game audio. One moment. Wireless game. Okay, that's kind of odd. And that would be the problem. Alright, well, I'm really glad I caught that before I started streaming too much. Okay. Should be good to go now. Yes. Yes, we are. Which makes my earlier comment about the music being all vibey. That funny. Actually, just to try and cut back on multiple audio syncs, let's close one of these real quick. Okay, so it should be golden now. What the hell? Okay, now we should hopefully be good. And what that check was, because man, that music was really loud actually. So look at the logs, it does look like the game didn't transfer after the minute with the gangsters. We got everything sorted out on their end. So yeah, what's up, Dick Cat? Neil, anything new? No. Shit, I'm so scared. What if those people are lying to you? What if they never planned on letting her go. I've talked to them. They assured me they're only after the data. They'll keep their word, okay? Tell you what, if we don't have her back by tomorrow, I'll come clean and ask the city out for help. Okay, yeah, okay. That sounds good. Hey Neil, I'm glad I'm not alone in this. Same. I kinda missed talking to you these last few years. I'm so sorry I didn't spend more time with you and Laura. Just couldn't. It hurt me. I know how selfish that sounds, and it is. It sucks. No, I understand. I can relate. I always asked you to take care of Laura more, but sometimes I felt like doing it by myself was easier than seeing you again and again. I'll get home and get some sleep. See you tomorrow. Okay, see you. I must admit that as fun as this is, and I gotta appreciate my commitment and hope. It would be nice to get to a game where I'm not reading the whole time through. Oh, got some news. Escalation on Drovia. Article by Laura DeQuinn. In the aftermath of Banny's death and the shocking announcement broadcast by his murderers, the situation on Drovia has come to a head. Large demonstrations and some violent clashes with security, some of which were allegedly instigated by Sapient Front members, have rocked the colony over the past 24 hours. Multiple stores, most of them Gharian owned, have been demolished and looted. Protesters were holding signs demanding Drovian self-governance. Others warned of repercussions for Gharian murderers. In a statement this afternoon, Prime Minister Murad ordered the protesters to refrain from violence, but also assured them that Ghara would see severe consequences for what transpired. Meanwhile, Gharian Sapient Council urged President Robertson to do everything in his power to prevent any further attacks, and anything else that could escalate the situation. Sapients on Ghara are fearing for their lives, their spokesman Ivan Roper said. We have heard many reports of people staying home instead of going to school or work because they are terrified. Ghara's authorities and terrorism experts seem baffled by the Liberators' sudden emergence. They came out of nowhere, says Professor Melissa Willard, expert on political extremism at Millennia University. They did not emerge from an existing known movement, which is very rare and frankly strange. Which makes you wonder if it's a setup. I mean, is that speculate? Oh, still can. I mean, yeah, we're pretty confident, right? It's, Hey, Saito, what is it? Hey, Neil, I have good news. Our IT department finally managed to retrieve some of the data Cottons was trying to destroy. Most of it are bills and contracts that aren't important for our case. Still pretty illegal though. But they also found a message that caught my eye. Like the one to Gonzalez. It was sent via the Mercurius network. Pretty sure it comes from whoever is behind the Liberators. I'll forward it to your cell. Good work, Saito. I will look at it tomorrow morning. Need to catch some sleep first. Sounds like we're finally making headway in our investigation. See you tomorrow. Yeah, anyway, I forgot his name, but it's the... So we got the two CEOs. There's the kind of the douchebag, and then there was the one who seemed in a decent-ish mood. And he was kind of antagonizing the other guy, the douchebag. And Dyson, yeah, okay. So it was Abbott Dyson was the one in a decent mood, and he's the head of the company that's responsible for mining on Drovia. Dyson was having issues with Kim because the stranglehold that Millix has on resource management means that Dyson is operating at a loss. And the fact that Dynamite, and I remember the last tip or clue thing even said it's the exact same Dynamite that gets used during mining. The fact we have mining and Dynamite being used in the church, all fingers right now are pointing to Abbott Dyson as head of the Liberators, as he is currently one of the only people other than him who would have access to the Mercurius number. So I think we're all suspecting it's Abbott Dyson right now. Side note, forward our cooperation. Albert, it's been a while since we last talked. I hope you're doing well. First, I'd like to thank you for the good work over the years. I'm glad that a fellow Drovian is taking care of securing Untitled transports on Ghara. Second, I have a proposal to make. Since our cooperation has been going so well, I thought we could extend it a little. I could use your help with an operation I've been planning for a few years now. It doesn't come without risk, but I can assure you. Sorry, I read ahead a little bit. But I can assure you that the payment will be good, and even more importantly, that the mission promises a bright future for both our companies and revenge for what happened to your parents. Let me know if you're interested. Yours, A. A for Abbott Dyson. Got you, buddy.
You may be asking yourself how I remained functional throughout all of this. How I didn't just collapse under the pressure and the looming prospect of losing my daughter forever. I think the truth is that over the years, I had gotten really good at tuning out the voice that always tormented me, that had always told me horrible shit. This was just adding to it. More to repress, more bubbling beneath the surface. Maybe if it had gone on for long enough, I would have imploded sooner or later.
Alright, well, people seem to enjoy catching me with my drawers down, so let's see who's in here now. Oh, knew it! Oh, I forgot the voice I was doing for her. I know it was kind of like some elitist tone. There you are. Zora, what is it this time? I'm here to tell you that my boss is happy with how things went. Apart from you showing up unannounced, don't pull something like that again, okay? Why the fuck did you kill the guard? You didn't have to do that. I didn't shoot him. Moon did. Yeah, but there were so many ways. What did you do more? That's none of your business. Tell me, I gave him to you. We just talked to him, but it looks like he doesn't know much. He says his boss ordered him to do it. And he doesn't know who's behind all of it. We'll have to rely on that back door to the CDI network after all. Taking the data back seems to be the best way to get our money right now. But we need your help to go through with it. Here's how this will go. At 7 o'clock tonight, our hackers will commence the attack. But it will only work if we have someone who is physically at the CDI computer at that time. A new username 4x458 will pop up and request admin privileges that you'll have to grant. 4x458 will take another. Even though there's a log in this game. Zora, I have no idea what that means or how it works. I don't know if my accountant would do that. I was afraid you'd say that. I guess you'll have to ask a system admin to help you out. How do you think that'll go? Hey, IT, could you help me invite some hackers into our network? Isn't there someone on your team you can ask? Someone who will believe you and tell them you're doing the right thing? You. No. You're talking about Saito. I can't. What if he says no? words. Force it if you have to. Once we're in, we won't have much time until we're kicked from the system automatically. By mere seconds to navigate to the right folder. In order to make it in time, we need to have an idea where to find the data. For which, in turn, we'll have to know what that data is about, and that's your job to find out. How's that sheet going that I sent you? I'm making progress. I'm not sure if I have all the info I need. Then hurry up. You have to submit it by 1900 so we can start the hack. I remember I'm pretty confident I know what the sheet is, so I think we're good. I'll call you once you've sent me the sheet. Make sure you're on a CDI computer with your friend to let us in. Put the data on a stick and hand it to us when you left tonight. And send me the coordinates to our meeting spot. It's a bit further out, so make sure you're underway in time. We get the data tonight. I promise I'll have Laura back tomorrow. It will be the last thing we ask of you. Your guy shut the guard for no reason. How am I supposed to believe you're letting Laura go? You can't know. You'll have to check my word for it. I drag Saito into it and he tells anyone I'll lose my job. I'll probably go to prison. Bro, you already used your phone for the hack. I think we're well beyond that. Throw me a bone. I need to know she'll be fine if I do this. Tell me it makes a difference to you. It can't mean nothing to you to take your own life. It isn't up to me. Keep saying that, but isn't it really? You have zero control over what happens. If you can do something, please tell me it all isn't all the same to you if she closes your eyes. Do what I say, and she'll live, okay? But what if things go south? The Saito won't help me if we don't have the right folder. We keep dodging the question. Tell me a human life has some value to it. It will end at some point anyway. Oh, give me a break. Everything is so easy if nothing means anything. Like you care about human life. What did you think would happen if you left more to us? Was I supposed to put my daughter in harm's way instead? Whatever. Your badge and gun betray you. You're a murderer like me. You're wrong about that. There's only one person whose death I will be responsible for. You know what? It fucks me up. It's been years and it still fucks me up. Is that subtle? I was chasing down a work in a car, lost control and crashed into a building. The woman inside was dead on the spot, so quickly she couldn't feel any pain or fear. That's what they said to me. And they didn't look away for it. No, they didn't. Look, most people are garbage. There's a good chance the world's better off without her. How would you classify yourself then? Oh, definitely garbage. Wouldn't you agree that the world would be better off without most people in it? You have a point. It still doesn't justify murdering an innocent. I said what I came here to say. You know what needs to be done. Sort of. Bro, were you jumping? Like, am I still taking a nap, or do I have to get the show on the road? Bro, you're still gonna take a nap. All right. Ballsy man.
After I woke up, I stared at the ceiling for a while. I resisted the urge to look for news about a dead guard. Somebody had certainly found him by now. It was my fault for letting Zora's people go to the church. His death was on me. Fuck. I needed to do something about that. But later. Today would be a deciding day. Zora's words rang in my head. 7 o'clock tonight. I had to do what they asked of me, but I wasn't sure where the data they wanted was stored. I was running out of time. I sat up and made a decision. The sheet on the Liberators. I needed to complete it now. I had a feeling that all the puzzle pieces were there. If I found out who was in charge of the Liberators, I might finally understand what the data was all about and where to look for it. Or maybe I could force them to pay Zora's boss so he'd let Laura go.
So that's an option. Get Dyson to pay the ransom. Hello, I got my cell checked. Everything is alright. But no answer from you. That's not fair. You promised you talked to Fred. What's going on? Sorry, Ed. Things just got really fucked up. Alright, like I said, I am so damn confident in this sheet.
Abbott Dyson. All the signs pointed towards him and his company. I didn't feel like I had the full picture just yet, but some aspects finally made sense to me. None of the people we had encountered seemed to support what the Liberators claimed to stand for. This wasn't a Gharian terror group at all. It was Drovians, Savians, hired guns, and business people, all working for one man's false flag operation. What was he trying to accomplish? Stir up enough trouble to force the solar system into a war? I had talked to Dyson the morning after Banny's death. He was still in Ghara, hiding in plain sight, and I still had his number. I considered my options. We needed to arrest him, but maybe we could have a chat first, just the two of us. Once the CDI had him, he wouldn't be able to talk freely. I took out my cell and tapped his face in my contacts.
Damn, I'm just trapped in my apartment, man. Hello? Morning, Mr. Dyson. This is Neil Conrad with the CDI. Ah, Agent Conrad. How can I help you? There's something I'd like to talk to you about in person. Could we meet on the train that stops at Louisville in half an hour? I have an important call in 10 minutes. Could we make an appointment for tonight? This can't wait. If you insist, I'll tell my secretary to delay my call. Thanks. See you in a bit. Man, I'm so damn excited. Like, no idea how this is gonna go. Wish I freaking had that nice monologue while I was on the elevator. It would have been a perfect time for it to go down. But yeah, I think we all know why Dyson's doing this. As we discussed, like a 5-minute mark. Milix has a stranglehold on all the resources coming out of Trovian. So, Dyson figures if he stirs up a bit of an intergalactic civil war, that will get Milix out of the picture, allow him to keep on mining since he's already based on Drovia, and he'll be able to actually make money, return a profit, instead of having to give everything to Milix. Where are you at? Here we go.
My heart was pounding. Would Dyson really come, or did I spook him? Did he suspect I was onto him? It would be a while until I found out, so I sat down and took a deep breath. At least I had a little time to think about what to say to him if he showed up.
And chapter 3. Oh shit. Mr. Dyson. Good evening, Agent Conrad. This is an interesting setting for a chat. let's get straight to the point. I have sufficient proof that you're part of, or even all, of the Liberators. That's a big accusation to throw around. What proof would that be? I know you hired mercenaries to kill Banny. There's still some data from the Chief's cell. You also instructed cops to broadcast the Liberator's message in a bomb-carrying church. If there's anything else going on that endangers people's lives, you need its help right now. If you are so sure of all that, why didn't the CDI just arrest me? I want to know why you did it. You're a Savian for Drovia. What's more, your company suffers financially from operating inside an unfree colony. You have all the reason to support Drovian independence. I do support Drovian independence, but not for economic reasons. Don't you think that the status quo is unacceptable in a modern society? Ghara forces us to hand over all the fruits of our labor like we live in feudal times, only to resell it at an incredible profit. Your planet exploits and enslaves my people for its own financial gain. If that's how you see it, why did you create an anti-Sabian, anti-emancipation terrorist group? All Drovia needs to finally explode is a spark. I provided just that. Did you read the news today? Drovian resistance against its oppressors has never been stronger. So you admit it. You did it to lend momentum and legitimacy to a Sabian revolution. To push public opinion on Drovia to a point where a secession war seems inevitable. But they were already negotiating. Why didn't you just support Banny on the summit? Joseph was in no position to change things. The whole summit was a big dog and pony show. History teaches us that you can't obtain independence the peaceful way. If you want it, you take it. And the war is worth it for you, especially considering that Drovia is unlikely to win it. If a war is what it takes, we have to try. Besides, New Joran will take our side, if any. You know, I'm really not buying your man of the people spiel. This is all about your company's bottom line. Think of me any way you want. It doesn't matter. The way I see it, I am using my influence and money to fight for the right cause. Don't you think thousands of innocent lives are a prohibitively high price to pay? It's interesting you'd bring that up, being a CDI agent yourself. What are you talking about? The data I've been wanting to get my hands on. Did you have a look at it? No. It contains classified information about the Sector 2 incident, which also cost thousands of innocent lives. But, just as importantly, Sabians lost the right to a self-governed colony on Drovia. Ghara cited a charter that it had made up itself and launched an independent investigation, which identified major construction and security flaws as causes of the disaster. I'm familiar with the incident. What are you getting at? Those backwards Sabians don't believe in real science, so they don't know how to build a safe colony. Sounds convincing, doesn't it? What if I told you that the colony was sabotaged by Ghara? Don't be ridiculous. The operation was launched out of fear and greed. A Sabian colony on the biggest Telenium source in the system, free to trade with New Joran. Losing the Telenium race could have meant losing supremacy over the solar system at the time. They couldn't allow that to happen. Who are you talking about? A number of politicians and other elites. And, of course, the CDI as their executive force. Your Attorney General, Emilia Thorne. She was director of the CDI at the time. So before you judge me, look at the people you work for and what they did. I know so many people who died or lost someone in the incident. So many more who lost their livelihoods. No, this is too big. So many people would have had to stay quiet or say a secret for so long. Well, you will come out, and not that many people know. Who knows if the CDI? Does Gary know? The chief? The director? Everybody involved is retired by now except Miss Thorne. But some people must know there are records of it. They will see the light of day soon enough. I know that the mercenaries you hired are working on getting them back. They abducted my daughter and blackmailed me into helping them. I'm sorry to hear that. They did not act on my behalf when they took your daughter. Listen, Mr. Dyson. Shit. I feel like that was a mistake. That was a mistake! You can go. So you see that I'm doing what's right? I'm surprised. Not quite. No more people can be harmed over this. The Liberators will never make another appearance. We have a deal. And you have to answer a few more questions. Tell me. Why does Cox help you? Imagine bombing a church isn't something you just pay on any security company to do. Albert's parents were old friends of mine. Their company was in charge of security at Sector 2. They went bankrupt after the explosions. Some people put the blame for the incident on them. They're getting death threats to this day. I support them and their son financially. As you can imagine, Cox has every reason to want revenge for what Ghara did to his family. Why work with the mercenaries when you already had Cox's guys to do your dirty work? Parts of the plan were out of his wheelhouse. I see. What do you know about the people who took my daughter? Not much, to be honest. You probably figured out most of it already. They're a secret group of mercenaries, and they run big operations in the whole solar system. If you want a higher profile job done, you go to them. Where's their HQ? Where are they keeping my daughter? I don't know. They're very secretive. They only meet you in public places, or they come to you. See, it's all for me. I'll have to get out of that next stop. Remember what I said. If one other person gets harmed, you'll be screwed. So yeah, I agree with what Dyson's goal is, so it's hard for me to be like, he's in the wrong here. Like, I'm working for the bad guys, man, what can I say? Could have guessed big government was hiding something. Straight to Gary, no side-o business. Oh. Basement, interrogation, second floor. Wait. Interrogation, second floor. Unit, third floor is the chief, fourth floor is conference. Evelyn Moore, did you find my husband? What is it? Did something happen to him? Did it turn up? So I was right, wasn't I? He's not working with the Liberators after all. We're looking into it. What's that supposed to mean? Did you find him at Corian Hotel or not? Now's not a good time, okay? You promised to protect James. If something happens to him, he'll probably dead already. Please, our son needs a father. Let's talk about it later. Oh, I got him killed. I mean, did I get him killed? There was nothing I could do, man. My daughter's kidnappers literally showed up. Like, I must also fight them. Where's my daughter? We still don't know who is behind those fucking liberators. Yeah. And we don't have any clue when and where that second attack is going down, either. I'm starting to get nervous. I have a meeting with the press in a few minutes. We'll go over everything till later. Roger that. Oh, thank goodness it was short. I wasn't having the energy for Gary, man.
I was supposed to write a report on my findings in the Liberator's case, but I wasn't able to concentrate for even a second. First, I needed to wait for my colleagues to go home to be alone with Saito. He always worked late. But then what? What if he refused to help me? The idea of having to force him was devastating. He was my friend, after all. When I finally managed not to think about it anymore, a much more dire thought crept up on me. Laura might die tonight. And if she did, it would be my fault.
Bro, if I get Laura killed, I'm gonna uninstall this game. So we're all really confident it's the Secretary incident. Wait, except then why would the Mercs want it? Or no, did Dyson say he wants the data too? So I'm pretty confident, because I remember I filled this thing out as I was reading an article on it or something, and there was some dialogue with another character. Because it occurred in 1800, it was obviously the Secretary incident, and it had to have occurred on Drovia because that's how Drovia lost its right to self-governance. I wonder if I can skip involving Saito completely and just submit the paperwork. So this is the chief's office. For the sake of seeing more of the story, I'm gonna still talk with Saito, but I'm pretty confident I can just submit everything I need right now, and it's all the correct data. Yeah, damn, bro, how far do I gotta go? This is the floor, right? Shit. Saito, where you be, bro? Where the hell is Saito? Oh, it doesn't even say. Fuck it. Let's see what happens. Now talk to Saito. Okay. Hey, Saito. Neil, hey. You're fucking late. Listen, there's something I need to talk to you about. Of course. What's the matter? Saito, I'm sorry. Sorry. Or what? Is everything alright? No, it's not. My daughter. data from that folder to your local drive. Put it on a stick and give it to me. Make it clear it was not to be sent with the will. Okay, listen, holy fuck. I'll bring them the data, and I'll get Laura back. Neil, you realize that you can't trust those people, right? Why are you so convinced that they'll hold up their end of the bargain? If you want to save Laura, you have to ask the higher-ups at the CDI for help. I don't know enough about those people. No chance the CDI would be able to track them down in time. The hack will go down in 5 minutes. If I don't hand them the data tonight, they might kill her. I have an idea. Once they open the folder thereafter, I might be able to locate the source of the backup. We'll explain to the others what's going on, and we'll raid the location before the handover is scheduled. We'll have Laura back before they find out that we never went through with the hack. Dude, I don't know if never say sorry. If we do it that way, do we still get to retrieve the data in the folder? We won't need it. But if you can't trace them and don't get the data, we have nothing. Fine, I'll accept the data transfer either way. I'll delete it if I'm able to trace the hack. Fuck! I really want to play this one close to the chest, man. And it's not like these mercenaries themselves are the terrorist organization. They just want to get paid. No, it's too risky. I'll hand them the data as planned. Expect me in an hour. Please, nearly come to your senses. Those are criminals. You can't work with them. I'm not so sure anymore. Very criminal heroes. What are you talking about? You know what? Do what you think is best, but I won't be a part of it. Please don't make it complicated, Saito. I really need your help. This is the moment, as long as we've been paused, if anybody wants to do bets in chat, this would have been the ideal moment. I really don't want to do this, but you made no choice. Tell them it was all me, that I forced you to do it. I beg you, get me that data. Are you insane? Fine, I'll do it. Put your gun down, for the love of God. What is this data anyway? Why do they want it? I'm not sure. I don't have time to explain. Just call her. Hey, Neil. I got your sheet. All ready, like you're in. Yeah, we're ready. Good. We're searching that folder now. I'll tell you when you have access. There we are. You're good to go. Okay. The Exciter's retrieving the data. I got it. Good work. I'll see you at the handover. Oh, damn, man. I'm really sorry, Sarah. And really still. Please, give me a little lead before you send them after me. I do the same for you. Literally just says run. I did say this is like a way for my boy to get out of this job field and be with his family, assuming I can get back to my family. Oh shit. this went down.
I inserted the stick into my cell and opened up the folder. My heart was pounding. For a moment, it looked like the data wouldn't load, but then the files started appearing on the screen. Dozens, maybe hundreds of documents, messages, pictures, and videos. They were decades old. Most of them dated 1799 or 1800.
Got it.
Their confidentiality level was one I'd never seen before. This was the type of data the Gharian network would instantly pick up and trace, both to its receiver and back to its sender. It made sense to physically hand-deliver it if one wished to remain anonymous. I didn't know where to begin, so I opened up the very first file in the list, the oldest one, with shaking hands. It was a document sent from someone at the Department of Commerce to the director of the CDI at the time, Emilia Thorne, now Attorney General in charge of the Justice Department. My eyes widened as I skimmed over the paragraphs. When I was done reading the letter, I checked the time. 20 more minutes. I sat down and opened up the second one, then the third. As the conversation went on, a plan was hatched between a handful of politicians, special interest groups from the private sector, and high-ranking members of the CDI. I didn't recognize most of the names. Some might have been pseudonyms. I stopped looking at the files halfway through and let my head sink onto the backrest. Even though they had used very careful language at first, the goal and purpose of the operation were abundantly clear. The failure of Sector 2 hadn't been an accident. Gharians had plotted and engineered it to gain sole access to Drovia's resources, and given its strategic importance at the time, ultimately retained supremacy over the solar system. My head was spinning while I tried to figure out what all of it meant for the present, and for me. I had long doubted the integrity of the CDI. Was it still rotten to the core, or had things changed? I didn't know about any ongoing operations that were breaching interplanetary law, but then most agents at the time of the Sector 2 incident hadn't known either, and some of the things I did know about, I didn't want to think about them too much. Now what? On the one hand, the public had a right to know. The culprits had to be found and brought to justice. Reparations had to be paid to the affected families and businesses. On the other hand, if the truth came out, the liberators would win. Savient extremists might be emboldened enough to take control of the colony and declare independence. If that happened, Ghara would send its ships, and New Joran might send theirs to back up their Savient brethren, and to finally gain access to the planet's Telanium, of course, if their side won. Hundreds might die, thousands even. Time was running out. I tapped the contact of a journalist I had met a while back. I still hadn't made a decision when I heard the dial tone. The data would probably go through if I decided to send it, but there was no way in hell it wouldn't be traced back to me. My heart was pounding so loudly in my ears that I almost didn't hear the voice on the other end.
Dude! What a fucked up plot to get stuck in the middle of. Because even the guy that organized the freaking terrorist coup admits that if the coup is successful, his people are gonna get slaughtered. His people are the ones who are, like, in the right, and, like, they're unjustly held in contempt by a foreign government. So it's like, let a revolution occur, and then the revolutionists get curb stomped. But then it shows that everybody that the government is actually a full-on dictatorship. Or don't reveal that the government blew up, like caused the biggest, essentially 9/11 and the government's responsible for the Drovian version of 9/11. They keep that shit secret, and there's no civil war. What the fuck kind of situation is that to like put somebody in? Oh my god. This is Adrian Bowley with the Gharian Gazette. How can I help you? Hello? Dude, you're telling me. It's like, what would you do, man? Good to have you in here, by the way, one. What would you do? Like, I'm someone who believes that putting the information out there is just always the best course. But like, this is literally the type of situation where if I tell people the truth, the victims are going to get massacred. Like, that's so fucked up. And then if I don't tell the truth, they're essentially indentured servants. Like, what the fuck kind of options are those? This is fucked up. Like, better to die on your own terms as revolutionaries than be stuck under the wheel of a government? Like, I don't know, dude. This plot's intense. Are you there? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm hanging up now. I have information for you. Who is this? I can't tell you. Oh my god! I feel like the people that have my daughter don't want me to leak the data. Oh my god. Oh my god. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm gonna do it! We're going balls in. Trying to start a war. Is this the right thing? Oh my god. But I fucked up. Sending you a data package now. It's flagged and will be quickly picked up and traced by authorities. Your computer might already be bricked. Back it up to an external drive as quickly as you can. Are you serious? Please confirm that you understand what I just said. I understand. Good. The public needs to know this. Promise me that it won't get buried. Well, I'll have to look at it first. Please. I may not have a second chance to send it out. Did you get it all? Yeah, I got it. Okay. It's in your hands now. Bro, I fucked up. I fucked up. Oh, shit. Save Laura. Fuck. I feel like I should have never leaked it. But I know me. I had to leak the data, man. As it probably would just turn out like the Edward Snowden. Half the people are gonna believe it, half the people won't. So what's the big deal? I know governments do shady shit all the time. Agent Comrade, welcome to our meeting. Glad you made it. I hope you didn't have any trouble finding the place. No. Where's my daughter? You'll see her in a second. Let's make sure we're on the same page first. You came here alone, unarmed, without anyone else knowing. Yeah. And you had the stick with the data we demanded on your person? I got what you want. And lastly, once you and your daughter are out of here, you will not tell anyone about what happened. Ever. We won't. Very well. Then we're good to go. If you would follow us down into the basement. The basement. Bro, she dead, and you're just gonna shoot me in front of, like, her body? I swear to God. What kind of sick-ass plot is this where that's about to unfold? I'm not in control of this, by the way. Fuck. Oh my god, she better not be dead, I swear. Woo! Dad! Laura, I'm here now. It's going to be alright. Zara, you're up. Give me the stick. I need to check its contents. It's all there. I think I just fucked up his voice. I meant to do William like how I've been doing. What the? Everything all right? Yeah. It's just I can't believe what I'm looking at. Well, we're good. This was the folder we targeted. Great. Thank you very much for helping us, Agent Conrad. Laura, go. Get out of here. Are you okay? Let's go. You'll have to stick around a little longer, Mr. Conrad. What? Why? What's going on? We can't let you walk out of here like that. I'm sorry. Go now, little girl. Dad? Get on the next train and go home. Your dad will catch up with you soon. I won't leave without my dad. Laura, I need you to do exactly what I tell you now. You're going to walk through that door, and then you're going straight to the train, okay? And no matter what happens, I won't look back. Dad, no. Promise me that. Night. Please, do that for me. And for Mom. Oh, we're British. I've been using the wrong accent this whole time. This guy did cheap good couch potato. Detailed ketchup. Okay, I promise. No matter what happens next, I want you to know that I love you. Tell your mom I love her too. Now go, please. Oh, I'm about to fucking die. I'll take over as Laura and hear a gunshot. Oh, the music's getting all sad, dude.
And that's it. The most tumultuous days of my life, and possibly in Gharian history. Abbot Dyson is back on Drovia, and I seem to be the only person outside of the conspiracy who knows about his involvement in the terror attacks. So far, he seems to be staying true to his word and is discontinuing the Liberators. I wonder which one of us looks over their shoulder more often these days. Even though Dyson and Cox each lost a lot in the Sector 2 incident, I don't believe their actions were really driven by a righteous thirst for revenge. Almost all the people who have suffered and might still suffer from their actions had nothing to do with Ghara's past crimes. Ultimately, Dyson had tried to start an interplanetary war in hopes of increasing his profit margins, and he might still succeed in it.
Well, that makes it sound like I survived.
The data I leaked sent a shockwave through the solar system. The source of the leak was quickly discovered, and the CDI not only fired me on the spot, but also tried to scrub me from their records and made all sorts of claims to discredit me. The Gharian state scrambled to spin the narrative on the Sector 2 incident, but the data was authentic and unambiguous. 40 years ago, the Savient colony on Drovia had been sabotaged in a secret operation initiated by a handful of Ghara's top politicians, economic elites, and the CDI under the leadership of Amelia Thorne, now Attorney General and leader of the Gharian Department of Justice. It became clear to me why she had tried to hide the data, fired the chief when he got too close, and ordered the arrest of Cox when she realized who he was. She is currently awaiting trial, along with a number of mostly retired politicians who were implicated in the conspiracy.
Oh shit! Hopefully their trial goes better than ours. We seem to love letting criminals off the hook.
Lara is free again and seems to be doing okay, but I wonder every day about the scars this experience has left behind. Even though I know I'm not directly to blame, I will never forgive myself for inadvertently dragging her into all this. As for me, I have a new boss now. His name is Williams, and whenever he gives me a call, I'll do what he says. Zora's people kept me around for a few more days to tell me all about my new life before sending me back home, threatening my family if I ever stepped out of line. I'm afraid of what they'll ask of me, and I jump every time my cell makes a noise. Catherine and I are dating again, however crazy that sounds. Things are so different now. The world is so different that maybe something good can come of it again.
Dude, I was so worried it got the bad ending, but I think this was the good ending. At least for me it was.
And finally, Zora. There was a moment when I thought she might have changed. I saw hesitation in her eyes. Or maybe it was all in my head. I guess she's sort of a colleague now. Whatever our shared future will bring, I don't look forward to it. She's a sociopath. And her boss, our boss, seems even worse. I wonder if there was anything I could have said or done for things to turn out differently.
I know exactly what moment that was. Instead of saying that she's right, that human life is not inherently valuable, I should have pushed back and argued that it was.
Late in the evening, the lights are still there, ever unchanging.
The song play out for a moment.
They shine unaware. The sea is above me, the sea is beneath. The waves that have parted will once again meet. So we stand here in the end, we're out of love. Want to try again, but the stars don't give a fuck. Will it have mattered? Is there a cause? Will it return or will it be lost? So we stand here in the end, we're out of love. Want to try again, but the stars don't give a fuck. As we stand here in the end, we lose it all. To the stars above and below, we must look so small.
I'm familiar with the name, but I'm not familiar with any of Barbra Streisand's work. You might have to send me a link. A male Barbra Streisand. I mean, that kind of gives me an idea, but I'm like, what? Fuck, I'm debating. Because I've been wanting to play Doom, but since I just recently saw the Mad Max movies, I just watched Furiosa yesterday, and when I woke up, I watched Mad Max Fury Road. That's kind of got me on a Mad Max bender right now, And I kind of want to stream the Mad Max game because I have it. I've just never, played it. I thought that could be interesting. Oh, actually, I did download a demo of Silent Hill. Shit, what is it called? I don't know, it's just like a short demo horror game. Well, it's only 9. I still got a few hours of gaming yet left. Though I do have to head to the doctor in the morning, so I can't be up too late like I normally would be. But yeah, definitely early enough that I'm gonna get some more gaming. I'm really glad I finished up Lacuna. Definitely a shorter stream. No, it's not PG. Give me a second. It's actually a brand new Silent Hill like horror game that's coming out, or at least they're advertising for it. But we all know what happened with PG, so I don't want to say it's coming out, Yeah, Silent Hill, The Short Message. Dude, I love this song. I am definitely going to be downloading the soundtrack. Alright, well, I'm going to work out what to play next. In the meantime, yeah, this has been Lacuna. The sci-fi detective noir. E.T. Fun Home. I must admit, as dope as this game was, I am glad it's over. My voice acting chops got a bit of an example out there, but I'm gonna be really fucking happy to go back to some games where I'm not reading the entire way through. I think we accumulate all the data. I think I've been playing Lacuna for a total of 9 hours. That's almost 9 hours of straight talking.